Hello there and welcome to the 2024 special, the 2024, in fact I'll start that again.
Please do.
Hello.
Bodes well.
Yes, good start. As always, we are your hosts, the middle-aged movie boys with a love of jelly babies and damn it, let's start that again. Ultimately, it came down to John Nathan Turner to take on the responsibility of what would be. Hang on, let me say that again.
This couldn't get any worse. Noel fucking Edwards. Sorry.
Oh look, my sonic screwdriver's got 3 settings.
So wrong.
Let's go King Wenceslas last looked out on the feast of Stephen, when their snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. As you can
We're
guess,
feeling very festive, as you can
as
imagine.
you can guess, it's Christmas time now. It is actually Christmas time now because we recorded this months ago.
And this is the mop-up section afterwards.
Yeah.
Might be a mop-up session and all the time if I have any more of these.
Well, at the end of The Trial of a Time Lord, there was 2 versions of the ending. There was the version that we got, and then the original version, which was kind of like a cliffhanger ending, with the Doctor and the Valeyard locked in a kind of like a Reichenbach Falls, Holmes versus Moriarty tussle, falling down some sort of cavern or time chasm or something along those lines, and you don't know what's happening. And JNT was kind of like, no, we can't have it end like that because that's kind of like the excuse that the BBC will need to get rid of us.
Yes.
Eric Saywood, who was the script editor at the time, he was absolutely adamant that no, we keep this ending because Robert Holmes, who had wrote it, he had passed away sort of during the making and what have you, and he was like, no, we keep it this way as a testament to Robert Holmes. And this led to an almighty argument, and Eric Saywood left. And then other writers came in to do the final 2 episodes, and that's how we got sort of the end of The Trial of a Time Lord and what have you. So, yeah. From then, I mean, let's be fair, from Colin Baker onwards, the writing was on the wall for Doctor Who.
Well, I mean,
It could have turned into the greatest thing imaginable, and everybody would have watched it, and the BBC still would have tried to find some reason to get rid of it, even with Sylvester McCoy. So it was the first series as the Doctor was okay. Things didn't pick up until about Dragonfire, the last story, and then the subsequent 2 series, one of which has just come out on Blu-ray, from Remembrance of the Daleks onwards. It's just,
which is revered as an all-time classic, one of the best episodes.
It's one of the wonderful episodes, one of the best scenes ever. Everything from there onwards, that's kind of like, this is kind of like how. It's prototype New Who.
So you're familiar with Thank Goodness You're Here?
No. What is this?
So Thank Goodness You're Here. It's a film. No, it's not a film. It's a video game. It's out for the Switch and
Right.
PS4. Matt Berry voices one of the characters, as does John Blythe and a few other sort of comedians and what have you. And you're basically this salesman that shows up in this like Yorkshire town and what have you, and you have to basically go around solving people's problems for them. And one of the characters is Big Ron, and you have to look at him some meat. There's videos of it on YouTube of the full sort of playthrough. It's
And Matt Berry's in this.
Matt Berry voices a character, yeah.
Oh, I'm sold. Okay.
He's like the town's like gardener, sort of janitor. He's there sort of having a look at this thing, going, "Oh, look at the size of this lad's marrow."
And this is a Switch game.
This is a Switch game, yeah.
Which is usually for,
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Okay then, right.
Thank goodness you're here.
I'm completely sold on this game. Right, okay.
you did the reviews of the first Shooty Gatwa series.
Yes.
of which I remained respectfully silent because there's a few things that I really disagree with him. Yeah, I do.
Yes, but why spend all that time teasing Susan?
Exactly.
And then not having the
Yes.
series? It's like,
This-
Russell T Davies, you need to have Caroline
This
Ford
has
back.
to happen.
It needs to happen because, as she said several times now, she's the only one left out of those original 4 people.
Yeah, and again, Russell, I've got it written in my head. I know exactly how it would do. You've probably got an idea as well, but my idea will be better. But at the end of the day, it has to happen. You can't mention her all the way through the series and then not pay it off. It's like Chekhov's gun, the playwright Chekhov. You can't introduce a gun in Act 1 and not have somebody use it in Act 3.
It's a done thing.
It's a done thing.
It has to be done.
This has to happen, and you know you don't want to think ill of people, but to be honest with you, she is the last one. She's the last one of the original cast, and it has to happen now.
Yeah.
And
We need to have it established whether or not Susan
survived, basically.
survived.
Yeah.
Did she survive living
the Time War?
in the year 2150 AD? Did she survive living in that post-Dalek invasion? Now, we know she did from a certain point because there's the big Finnish audience.
Yeah, which are awesome.
Which actually established
Brilliant.
Susan as a
Wonderful.
character more than
Yeah.
what the BBC TV show did.
Oh, her interactions with stories with Paul McGann's
Paul McGann's Doctor. An Earthly
wonderful.
Child.
Yes.
Yeah. And
there's various other
Susan's War as well.
where she fights in the Time War.
Yeah.
Which at a time when the 8th Doctor was around, he obviously, in big Finnish continuity, in actual continuity, the 8th Doctor would not fight. So, and then obviously that's when the War Doctor happened. So it does need to happen.
Right, we finally found producer Josh. It turns out he didn't get the memo about us moving to WNTTA Towers. I've actually found him hanging around the catacombs of the bunker, which is why he hasn't been on an episode of the show since we need to talk about the Avengers. So, we found you.
You did?
So, we'll be seeing you in season 6, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, jolly good. Well, I've brought him a present, and I'd like you to open it on camera. Now,
Again, I'll ask, should I be concerned?
should you be concerned?
Oh, it made a noise.
I made a noise.
Don't know whether the camera picked that up. I just slightly shook it and it
So,
went...
just before you open, we have a reoccurring theme where you're referred to as Producer Josh, which is obviously a mick take from Producer Ben,
Yeah,
from Help I Sexted My Boss. But what's very clear is that you aren't Producer Ben. If you're any person from that podcast, you are William Hanson. You have his book, you bought tickets to go see his show.
Yep.
The number of times you have told me and Luke off for clinking glasses, because
Yep.
clinking is common.
It is.
So with that in mind, I have bought you something that was very much part of William Hanson's childhood, and I'm sure you will appreciate as well.
Right, let's see what this is. So you say you bought this when you were drunk on a Friday night?
Oh yes. Drunk, Friday night, and on Amazon. So when I say
Perfect combo there.
when I say no expenses spared, I literally mean no expenses
Yeah.
spared.
You double wrapped this.
I wanted to be absolutely certain. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh yes. Keeping up appearances.
Series
Oh, that's probably why it made a noise.
Series 1 and 2.
Oh, lovely.
So the next time I ring you, I expect you to say, Bray Residence, the man of the house speaking.
Oh yes. That's brilliant.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas, mates.
Merry Christmas.